Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to another edition of the Raymond Report. Today is Thursday, March 21st, kickoff time for the March Madness, and I hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report Sports Betting Tip Sheet. Come and learn about value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we use a strict money management system. Come and follow the ATSstats.com website today and look at the Raymond Report to help you with your sports handicapping needs. All right, off a pretty good night last night in the NBA. In fact, we had two games in the NBA. We had the over in the Clippers and the Trailblazers game. We had Memphis, Golden State over, and we had Arizona Coyotes over. The only game we lost was the Utah Jazz free pick, and we had over 231 that didn't have a chance. And looking at our last 9 releases, we are now 8-1 straight up in our last 9 premium picks. So if you want to check it out today, you can here at ATSstats.com. Go to the free picks, and then you'll see right here you can pick up a subscription for NHL, NBA, or Major League Baseball, which I'm pretty good at when it comes to Major League Baseball. All right, let's take a look at the. Let's take a look today. We're gonna go around the horn since it's the start of March Madness. I know a lot of attention is gonna be on the basketball today. I dabble in March Madness. If you notice on the website, I don't carry any college basketball information. I get this all the time. How come you don't have any college basketball stuff on your website? It's really simple. It's all about resources, right? I just don't have the resources and the server power to maintain 300 college basketball games in one season, but we can do college football because it's once a week. But college basketball is just too server heavy, and that's why we don't do a lot of college basketball here. Mostly in the winter time, we do about winter. We do the NHL and the NBA, and then you get into the later end of the NFL and college football season. But once March rolls around, you can see we're right into baseball, and in next Thursday, we're full go with the schedule. All right, so let's get to the. So what I thought I'd do today is go to the market value index. In fact, before we get to that, I like to always start the show with the SBI. Go look around the horn and see what the markets are telling us. And I said yesterday, guys, I think it was the NHL and the NBA was the over market. I think it was the NBA. NHL. I think it was the NHL. And you can see right now, wow, look at this. 81.4% of NBA favorites winning at a high clip compared to 70.5% on the season. When it comes to the against the point spread, bullish market, 60.3%. And the over-under, pretty much a coin flip, neutral market when it comes to the over-under. So, you know what? If you like favorites in the NBA, obviously the bookmakers are catching on to the money line stuff. So that's why they're you're seeing double digits, and they don't want you betting money line favorites, and that's why the lines in the like -10, -12, -15 at some point. But hey, you know what? Look at this, 52.3 on the season when it comes to NBA point spread for the favorites, 47.8. So bullish market right now for betting the NBA, and we're getting close to the end, right? So everybody's jockeying for those playoff positions, and that's where the favorites tend to win at a higher clip. Yeah, so the favorites in the NHL, I've been riding the favorites now the last couple of days. In fact, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. 4 of the last 5 days, NHL have been overs. And if you follow my picks, I've been riding a lot of overs. So right now, 68.1% of the favorites in the NHL have been winning. Puck line, though, 59.4. We're back to a bullish market. I think we were neutral yesterday, but overs is where you want to make some money right now. 66% of the games last 7 days have gone over the total. And we're really crushing it right there. All right, let's take a look at the market value index. Now, this chart you see right here is, as you know, in the Raymond Report, I look at A, B, and C type teams. A type teams with a 60 or higher win percentage. B type teams, 50 to 59.9, and C type teams, those are teams below 500. And looking at the NHL right now, the A type teams, I'm talking about Dallas, Edmonton, Carolina, Vancouver, Colorado, Winnipeg, and New York. These are all bullish teams right now. And you can see my market value index on these teams. What you want to do is take this line right here, the market value, and compare it to today's price tag on the game they're playing, right? And it's also into the daily market value index on the report card, which I'll show it to you guys at the end. But right now, only Edmonton and Florida are the only neutral teams in in the NHL. So you can see Florida's on a 2-game losing streak. They're 4-3 the last 7 games. Confidence level of the public on them right now is 57%. Same thing with Edmonton. But you're looking at a team like Colorado absolutely crushing it right now. Carolina as well. And I got some numbers to show you guys. In fact, let me go right now. So this is my smart database. And what I did is I always like to go look and see how teams are doing the last 30 days, right? I'm a cycles guy. I like to look at teams through cycles because teams go, the ups and downs of a season, the ebbs and flows. It's just, it's like a roller coaster, right? And you can see Florida 9-4. I'll just point out the obvious: 8-3 to the over for Tampa Bay the last 30 days. Boston's a little bit struggling though, 8-6. I thought it'd be a little bit better. Buffalo, you would think the Sabres play a lot of high-scoring games. No, it's the opposite. 4-11. I think they're playing more defensively these days. Montreal pretty good on the puck line, 10-3. Ottawa will just keep moving along. I'm a Sens fan. I'm here in Ottawa, so this team is just gut-wrenching to watch. All right, let me see here. Rangers, Rangers. You know what? 9-5, not too bad. The puck line, 9-5. Pretty good. It's decent, right? This time of year. Pittsburgh, the over, 11-5. The last 30 days. Carolina, they're on a tear right now, 10-4 and 10-4 to the under. And that's the team that I look at when I see a team on a hot run. If it's 10-4 to the over, that means they're in shootouts, right? But if it's 10-4 to the under, then they're playing more defensive and they're getting ready for the playoffs. Let me see. There's Columbus, Winnipeg. Winnipeg's on a good roll right now, 11-4, coming off that big win over the Rangers the other night, right? That was a 4-2 win, and that was in Madison Square Garden. Colorado, 10-3 right now in their last 13 games, which is phenomenal. Minnesota took it on the chin last night in LA. And who else there? Chicago. Chicago's playing a little bit. No, not really. Nashville, the Predators are really good, 12-2 right now. And look at that, the puck line, 12-2 on the puck line. St. Louis, 5-9 to the under. Calgary, 10-2 to the over. The Flames, last 30 days, 10-2 to the over. Edmonton, 10-4 to the under. Vancouver, 9-3, struggling a bit at 500. Look at their puck line record, 2-10 last 30 days. And Anaheim, nothing to see here. Keep moving on. LA, 4-12 to the under last 30 days. Arizona, San Jose, no way, San Jose. Vegas, 10-3 to the over. Look at that record of Vegas, 4-9 in the last 30 days. So always good to go look at the cycles. And this is why I bring up this on the podcast, because when you're betting into NHL, NBA, or anything really, you got to see where that team is on the performance cycles throughout the season. And there's a time to get on them, and there's a time to get off them, right? And everything in green are all bullish teams. Everything in yellow are all neutral teams. And look at that, Detroit. They're the only B-type team that in the A's and B's that are bearish. So that's a stay-away team right now for me when it comes to the NHL. In the NBA, you can see Boston, Oklahoma, Denver, Minnesota, Milwaukee Clippers, Cleveland, New Orleans, New York are the only A-type teams. And New York, well, one more loss to be back as a B-type team. They're right there at 60%. But not one team is in the red here, in the pink, to be a bearish team. All the bearish teams are the C-type teams, and those are teams I tell you all the time to stay away from, right? All right, so we took a look at that. Here's another thing I want to show you guys today. Situational handicapping is big when you're doing the NHL or the NBA, because it's high volume games, right? And these professional athletes, they need body rest. They need to after like 3 games in 4 nights, back-to-back games, they need rest. But some teams don't do well in certain handicapping situations. Now, teams that are the best on 1 day's rest, we'll go from 5 to 4, 5 to 1. Vancouver, 24-16 on 1 day's rest. You got Edmonton, 24-14. Florida, Colorado, Tampa Bay. Those are pretty much your A-type teams, right? How do they do on 2 days rest? Look at that. A little bit of a difference right there, right? So, no, not really. Not that much. Winnipeg, all right? Winnipeg, look at this. In 2 days rest, 13-3 straight up, 11-5 on the puck line. And you can see Colorado, 12-4. Vancouver's 12-4. So if you get Colorado on 2 days rest, Vancouver, you might get some value there. Rangers 11-6, Florida 11-1 on 2 days rest, and they're playing tonight, so I don't know if they're on 2 days rest, but you might want to keep an eye on that. Now, how do teams do playing in back-to-back game situation? And also, after I do this, I'll show you the opposite of the losing teams, right? The losing records. So let's go to straight up here, And look at the Rangers in back-to-back games this year, 9-1 straight up. Toronto's 5-3, Carolina 5-3, Pittsburgh 5-3, and there's Winnipeg. So you're seeing a lot of A-type teams. There's the odd C-type team. But how do teams do in 3 games and 4 nights? There's Carolina 9-6, Washington 8-8. You know what's funny? There's not one team that's dominating in 3 games and 4 nights. Obviously, it's fatigue, right? We're talking about fatigue. 9-6, 8-8, 8-6, 7-9, and 7-8. So I just wanted to show you that. How about the over-unders? 10-5 for Columbus, 3 games and 4 nights. 9-7 for New Jersey. 9-2 for Vancouver. So if you can find the Canucks on 3 games and 4 nights, the over is 9-2 for them. Montreal 9-5. Same thing with the Minnesota Wild. All right, let's take a look at the other side of the coin. San Jose on 1 day's rest. These are all your C-type teams, right? These are pretty obvious. Buffalo, though, I'm a little surprised. Buffalo 8-10. Chicago 2-8. Nashville 9-9 on 2 days rest. Not a really dominant record right there. How about back-to-back games? New Jersey, wow, didn't expect to see the Devils there. 1-7. Montreal 1-7. San Jose, Columbus, and Buffalo 1-6. And San Jose, Columbus, Montreal, New Jersey, and Chicago. So New Jersey, not a really team that New Jersey needs the rest, as you can see, right? So how about the NBA? Hey, we'll do the NBA right now. So the best teams on 1 day's rest when it comes to the association: Cleveland 31-11, Denver 30-11, OKC 30-11, Minnesota 30-14, and there's Orlando at 30-10. Best teams on 2 days rest. Talking about the Boston Celtics at 12-1. Boston, they can be on 0 or 5 days rest. They'll still be the best. Clippers 10-1, Milwaukee 9-4, Atlanta 8-4, and there's Oklahoma City at 8-3. What about the point spread? Hey, I know, you know what? I'll do straight up first, and I'll come back on the point spread. Back-to-back game situation. Yeah, Boston, Golden State 9-5, Phoenix 8-4, Portland 8-4, and there's Denver at 8-4. And the last one, 3 games and 4 nights. The Celtics 13-4, Denver 12-3, Oklahoma City 11-5, the Warriors 11-10, and there's the Orlando Magic 11-6. So none of these teams are real shockers. Maybe Golden State just a bit. What about against the point spread on 1 day's rest? Orlando, Pacers, and Oklahoma City, your best teams on 1 day's rest. How about 2 days rest? There's Boston at 9-3, Milwaukee 8-5, Chicago Bulls, your Chicago Bulls 8-3 straight up, and that's a Central Time Zone team, right? That's one thing. When you're looking at days rest, you got to factor in the location of these teams, right? The West Coast teams coming to the East Coast, vice versa. But the Central, I wonder if there's any biorhythmics or biomedical reasons why some of these teams in the Central Time Zone would do a little bit better, because they're in between both, right? Anyways, something to chew on right there. How about back-to-back game situation? Portland, wow, there's didn't see that one coming. That's a sucker punch right there. Hey, I didn't expect. Did you expect Portland to be there at 10-2? I didn't. Hey, Golden State 9-5, Boston 8-4, and the best teams in 3 games and 4 nights. Let's see if Portland's back here. Yep, look at that, 13-6, Orlando 12-4, Boston 11-6, Golden State 11-9, and Charlotte 11-6. All right, so not too bad, right? Not too bad. And let me see what else we got on deck here. So yeah, all right, guys. So there you have it. There's the report card today for March 21st. I'll do the NBA today. I'm going to do the NBA since there's not a lot of games in the association. So you got New Orleans taking on Orlando. Daily market value index is -5 for the Pels, so you're getting a little bit of value at -2.5. Chance of winning 53.3% compared to 44.9%. And I got a 104-103 forecast here for the Pelicans. So I got the Pelicans winning, not covering the spread. And looking at the an A-type team against a B-type team. When the Pelicans take on those B-type teams, they're 8-6 straight up. And when Orlando takes on those A-type teams, they are 6-13 against them. Both these teams are bullish. Wow, look at Orlando. They've been bullish for 42 days. Wow, that's really impressive. You know, when you think of Orlando, you're thinking of a team that's really not always up there in the standings when it comes to the top teams. But they've been 7-0, 6-1, 5-2 for the last 42 days. So a lot of respect. You know what? Let me go see their schedule tonight, or their tip sheet here at the Rain Report, and let's go see their situation tonight against the Pelicans. All right, we're gonna see what their days rest record is. Right. So they're playing on how many days rest right now? They're playing on 1. They're playing on 1. So both teams are playing on 1 day's rest. The Orlando 4-1 straight up, 4-1 ATS, 0-5 to the under. So again, there's that rest period, right? So we got some indicators pointing towards the under. Now we do have the Pelicans winning 104-103, 3-7 to the under, 4-6. So a lot of indicators pointing under. Kogo's at 60%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total, so it's a little bit high here. For I like it between like the 46 to 56 range, right? That 10-point range. And whenever Orlando's at home against an A-type team, 6-4 to the over, which is okay. I'm okay with that. And at home this year, Pelicans home record 15-18 to the under, 24-9 straight up, and against the point spread. Wow, that is pretty good. Pelicans 22-13 on the road, 21-14, so they're pretty good on the road too as well against the point spread. And when they travel to the Amway Center there, Orlando, they are 4-6, 4-5-1 ATS, and 5-5 when it comes to the over/under. And in the last 10 head-to-head meetings, Orlando was 7-3 straight up, 7-3 against the number, and 7-3 when it comes to the over/under. Now, just going to go look at the last 30 and 45 days. You can see the under is winning here for the Pelicans, 4-6 last 30, 5-9 last 45. And for the Pelicans, 2-5 last 30 days. So you know what? I think having said all that, I think the under is where you want to go in this game tonight between the Pelicans and the Orlando Magic. All right, folks, that is the Ram Report today for a Thirsty Thursday, a March Madness Thursday. I got UConn winning it all. I do have some. Keep an eye on Texas Tech. I'm just gonna say that there's a coach on the Texas Tech Raider team that used to be here with the Carleton Ravens. And Carleton, everybody knows in Canada, Carleton Ravens is like our Duke of when it comes to basketball. And then Smart, Coach Smart is one of the, obviously smart, no pun intended, one of the best coaches in the industry when it comes to basketball. And he's with Texas Tech, and that's one reason why Texas Tech is probably good this year, because Dave Smart is over there, and he's one really good coach. I think he's an assistant coach, but hey, keep an eye on Texas Tech. That's all I'm going to say. All right, folks, have yourself a great rest of your Thirsty Thursday. I'll be back on a Friendly Friday with another edition of the Ram Report. Cheers.